I want to talk to you about my friend Charlie Crawford. He's a 10-time NFR qualifier.
Charlie Crawford, time to just shake it out and win. Got it on him fast, set
there
up.
We are.
Here's a day
nice
money
run.
lead. You betcha 3-8.
That's an absolute perfect run. Timing was perfect from the time the first swing is up. He's got the control. Charlie made it happen by being timed up with his horse with the steer, and being able to not just rope, but to pick that steer's head up without changing the momentum for the heeler at all.
We know his beautiful wife, Jackie, all three of their beautiful children, the founder of the Liberty and Loyalty Foundation, which this year will exceed $1 million raised for military and first responders. I've said it 1,000 times. Charlie, it's time to rope, nod and ride, whip and spur. I want to welcome you to the Charlie Crawford Podcast. Let's ride.
Hello, everybody. I've got some clinics available if you're looking to come to a clinic. There's some spots available. And so all these spots will be pinned up on my social media. So my Facebook and Instagram. I have a calendar up there, so all the host contacts available right there on there. So if you're interested in coming to any of these clinics, you can look on my calendar on social media. I've got one this weekend, August 16th and 17th in Sturgis, South Dakota. Corey Kuntz and I will be doing a clinic up there. The heading is full, but there is a few spots available on the heel side. September 14th and 15th in Paradise, Texas. Corey Kuntz and I will be doing a clinic up there, so there is a few spots there available. September 21st and 22nd, Napa, Idaho, where Cesar Dela Cruz and I will be doing a clinic up in Napa, and we just got that one on the books, so there's still a few spots available. October 12th and 13th in Wichita Falls, Texas. Corey Kuntz and I will be doing a clinic up there. That one always goes pretty fast up there, so if you're interested in that one, get on top of that one. I have one November 2nd and 3rd in Abilene, Texas. And then also, Corey Kuntz and I will be getting ready for our Champions Level Clinic November 12th through the 14th in Decatur, Texas at NRS. And that one will be coming soon with a promo video on social media. So any more information will be coming out on that. If you're interested, we are just about to wrap up our promo video. So a lot of that stuff will be coming out through social media with more details. And November 23rd in Salado, Texas, Joseph Harrison and I will be doing a one-day clinic there. And so any information you're looking for, I've got that calendar pinned up on my social media, and the host information will be on that calendar. I have one host date left, so if you're wanting me to come to your area, if you want me to do a clinic there, if you want to get sharpened up, the middle of December, I'm willing to come to Arizona or anywhere where there's a good facility to where it could be weather pending. And I've had some dates on that in that middle of December before, and it's been a great Christmas gift kind of clinic where people are just kind of wanting to get sharpened up or just go to a clinic so they can get ready for next year, or like I say, the mecca of the weather in Arizona. And so I should be in Arizona. I got one scheduled for January. Those dates will come out and location. Also again in February, so I do have 2 dates in the works right now. I'll be coming to Arizona this winter, but I'm already getting some schedules hosted for 2025 already. So I can't wait to get my new calendar because I've already got some clinics on the schedule for March, April, May, and June. And those dates go fast. It's like hay season. That's when everyone wants to crack out. So to get on the books, or if you're interested in a clinic, email me at charliecrawfordtraining@gmail.com, and I'll be able to get back to you on any information you have there. How I analyze my competition. So last week I went to the Spicer Gripp and I had a great time. It was so much fun. That for me is kind of a clinic. It's a $1,250 fees. It's enter one time. It's 6 head, strong cattle. You're around the best guys in the world, and it's level playing field because everyone's only got one chance. And it's one of those ropings where you can use your horse. And I love those environments because that's more fitting for where my style is this time where I'm at right now in my roping. I was just able to have a warm-up session where me and Colin Von On got to sit and talk philosophy. We talked roping, we talked horses, and it was wild because what we had talked about was actually right before the things that we were talking about actually occurred. So it couldn't have been at a better time. So we were talking about trying to get horses hooked up to the steer. We were talking about young horses, teaching him how to kind of get a hold of that steer in the corner, how to keep him soft, how to keep him up. And it was one of those things where it was some things I had done before, but not at that level and how he was talking. So it was really, really awesome. Well, so as I analyzed how my roping went, here's what went really good, and I was really proud of it. My horse scored awesome. He looked between the reins. He never wiggled until I wanted to go. Wiped the barrier back. I'm telling you, hit the barrier all 3 times that I got to rope. Felt awesome. Got my rope up in a good spot. Got rated off on the first one. Nice headshot. Real clean. Good slack. Got to the horn. Soft corner. Now, my first steer, I didn't love that I kind of let his head go a little bit up down the pin. I wasn't able to get that steer's head and bring him back up the pin at the proper angle. So we ended up having a slip leg. That was my fault. Second steer, so I know we're going to have to kind of be aggressive, even though a leg will generally place at the Spicer Gripp. Same thing. Horse scored great. Hit the barrier awesome. Got my rope up in a good spot. My lane all the way to my position was awesome. Crispy, real crispy head loop. Slack good. Got to the horn. Horse loaded up maybe just a little bit. And what I mean by that is like when I roped, he kind of over-collected. When he over-collected, it kind of hit the steer just a little bit. Made my rope run just a little bit. Got core to the inside. Got a leg. And like I said, that part was the fact that I overloaded and misjudged the steer and wasn't a very clean handle. Third steer. Okay, now we're going to have to kind of rope our way back into this if we're going to have a shot at maybe kind of getting some later money, right? So same thing. Horse scored great. Nailed the barrier. Rope from a coil back. Sharp head loop. Good spot. Was in a great spot to be. Easy 6. Horse, when I dallied, got a little low, kind of leaned out, missed my dallies, lost my rope, and he really collected them way too much that time. Dropped, didn't feel great at all. And which is wild because I hadn't competed on him 2 years. Like, where did that come from, right? And so as I analyze this, all right, I loved how good I roped. I loved how good I scored. I loved the fact that where I roped was where they were winning the money. I loved that. So that gives me confidence right there. Okay, my preparation on the roping, getting my horse scoring and running up to the spot was spot on. Now, I didn't love the way my horse was handling the steer, okay, which was amazing because that's literally what me and Von On were talking about. So in the middle of some of this is when we were talking about it. He was talking about how Andrew Ward had kind of learned a lot of the same stuff that Von On had learned and does the same thing. Well, one thing I remembered about Von On was how good his horses stay up in the corner all year long. I mean, it's as good as anybody's. And especially that bay horse, because he's been on him a long time and I never see him take his rope. He always stays up good. He always handles the crap out of him. And so I was able to talk with Andrew Ward a little bit about what he does and how he kind of keeps his horse straightened up and hooked onto the steer. And oh my gosh, it was between Von On and Andrew, it was worth the $1,250 for what I learned right there. Because what was great about this, it's not life or death if I win. I'm there to enjoy it and I'm there to give myself the best benefit. But at the end of the day, it didn't bother me that I didn't do any good. I left there so excited in the fact that, hey, I've got a horse getting me in the spot to win. I clean up my handles, and I am back, baby. I am in the money, if not first place. So that's the confidence I had when I left there. Analyze where it went south and what went good. What went great was a high. That was a real good high. Now I can clean up my handles. I know the angles I'm supposed to go across. These are some things I can work on. I've worked on them all week already, and it's been exciting. Those little things that I got there from just because I was roping with the best guys in the world was what couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to get back in the practice pen and implement those things that I had learned. And another great way to really analyze your roping, if I was going to really get into it, I would have filmed from a particular spot, whether if I want to see how good my horse scores, then I'm going to, or how he's scoring and how good my start is, I would film from the back of the box. If I want to see how my lane is, I want to film from the back of the box. If I want to see my position and handles, I can film to the left of the arena, about 3/4 away down the pin. If I want to see my loops and my handles and how I'm facing and how I'm holding the steer, on the right side, on the heel side of the steer, about 3/4 away down the pin is a good film for that. So whatever I'm working on, those are the angles I would try to video, especially like there at the Spicer Gripp. I would have filmed Andrew Ward. I would have filmed Clay Smith. I would have filmed Driggers, obviously would have filmed Eric Rogers because he won it. So filming those guys that do really good at all that stuff, I'd have filmed from whatever angle I wanted to kind of see where I was at in the run. Well, there's an app. It's called OnForm, OnForm, On Form. And it's an app. You download that app. And if I would have got films from the same angle as all those guys, I could have downloaded my film that I had of me, and I could have watched it, and it was playing slow-mo. You can pick exactly how fast you want it to go. It has a time clock on the bottom. Well, then what else you can do? You can download those other guys' run on there. Now you can watch them side by side. Now you can watch what start they got, what start I got, where their swing was, where my swing was, when they roped the steer, where I roped the steer. And it also has a clock that tells you on the bottom. So where did I get the rope on the horns? Where did they get rope on the horns? When did they get their steer turned? When did I get my steer turned? I can see where I'm either gaining time or losing time on this app. How good they handle the steer? How good I handle the steer? When their heeler threw? When my heeler threw? How good they faced? How good I faced? All that stuff you can find out where I was gaining or losing time just from the technology that they have nowadays on this app. Now, another thing that'll blow your mind, you can actually overlap those videos. So if you really want to analyze where your hand is located as you're swinging and when their hand is located on this, it's literally you can see the difference. When they bring their first swing up, when you bring your first swing up. How you bring your first swing up, how they brought their first swing up. So it's just an amazing, when they roped and dallied where their angle was on the steer, when I roped and dallied where my angle was on the steer. So like I said, the technology that you have nowadays it's a really good way to be able to analyze your run, but make sure you do it productively. All right, here's what went good. Here's what I need to work on. And don't beat yourself up. That's where so many guys make the mistakes. Is they're so, like I said, I've been through all that. That perfection mindset, man. You're never going to be perfect, so it's never going to be good enough. Man, be okay. This is where it went good. This is what we're going to work on. That way, like for me, I couldn't wait to get back in the practice pen because I'm telling you what, I'm excited for Vegas right now. Even though I'm a few months out, it gives me plenty of time, but I'm going to make sure I'm going to be turning steers more often because the steers, I wasn't comfortable with handling my cattle because I was basically breakawaying a lot and not turning enough steers. So that's where I'm going to be analyzing my handles. Another thing is I need to make sure I have steers fast enough for what I'm going to be roping there. My steers were medium to medium minus, not enough steer for what I was roping at the Spicer Gripp. Them steers were running. They were running to medium plus. And so I need to make sure that I've got enough steers that whatever the competition is, you can keep the same kind of steers as that competition. That way, when it comes to Vegas, everything should be just like the practice session. So that's how I'm getting ready for Vegas. I hope y'all are doing great out there. Give me some comments. I'd love to hear what you like, what you think I could do better. If there's some suggestions on maybe who you want to hear or what you want to listen to. Love to hear about it. Hope y'all are doing great. Hope y'all are winning. Good luck out there.